Sound check here, Stevens Point, Wausau, Tuesday, June 18th. Sound check here. Sounded good here. Yeah. Sound good for you. Start. All right, welcome out here to Bucco Park here. Leo Cub-Mancheski. Stevens Point Sixers tonight hosting the Wausau Bulldogs. Wausau post 10 here. Head coach Bobby Opiola out there along with head coach Tom Magnuson having their pregame coaches exchange here. A few words, possibly the umpiring staff. Good night for baseball. Certainly a warm night here for some Legion baseball. Tuesday, June 18th here. Stevens Point will be back in action right out here tomorrow night. They will be hosting the Plover Black Sox. Certainly a big crosstown rival game. Hopefully lots of folks can either come out here and or catch it here on Zaleski Sports. Our Auto Select pregame show tonight brought to you by Auto Select in Stevens Point, which is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. Well, Stevens Point had a 4-game set this past weekend over in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll get our starting lineups. Jesse Osnes hitting first at short. Tony Eifeldano at second, hitting second. Caden Worth hitting third tonight in center field. Dylan Dobratz hitting fourth out in left. Jackson Albee and hitting fifth over at first. Oliver Tarosky over at right field, hitting sixth tonight. Ryan Rodemeyer doing the catching here tonight, hitting seventh. Brennan Fictum hitting eighth and doing the designated hitting. And Zach Pago rounding out the lineup here for Wausau over at third base, hitting ninth. And Jake Bartles will be out on the hill here tonight for Wausau. We'll get our starting lineups here for the Sixers.
Leading off, second baseman, number 0,
Jacob Garth leading it off out at second base.
Shortstop, number 11,
Kelvin Roth hitting second out at short.
Third, first baseman, number 34,
Noah Marshke over at first, hitting third tonight.
Center fielder, number 3, Peyton.
Hitting in cleanup here, Peyton Flees out in center field.
Designated hitter, number 13,
Coy Carlunas hitting fifth in the designated hitting spot.
Number 42,
Zach Richter out in right field hitting sixth.
Left field, number 20,
Kyle Madlina hitting seventh out in left field.
Catching, number 5, Matthew Ostrowski.
Matthew Ostrowski hitting eighth out at catcher.
Number 23, Josh Opiola.
And Josh Opiola rounding out the lineup here for the Sixers. He'll be playing third, and Caden Adam will be out on the hill. We'll have our national anthem here.
At this time, we like asking veterans of all branches and those that continue to serve, rise and be recognized.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
Gentlemen, play ball.
All right, back out. Here's Lesky Sports with our Auto Select pregame show tonight here. Brought to you by Stevens Point Auto Select, which is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. So Stevens Point comes in here and went 2-2 over in Wisconsin Rapids this last weekend. Played a game over on Sunday, a couple on Saturday, and one on Friday afternoon, late afternoon technically, and again came out of there 2-2. Beat Marshfield on Friday night, beat Onalaska. Lost to Eau Claire in the second of two games on Saturday, and then fell to Viroqua 6-5 on Sunday. They are back at it again, like we mentioned in our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show. They'll be hosting Plover tomorrow night, and then they will be hosting Wisconsin Rapids here on Thursday night. But before that, a lot of baseball here tonight. So they host the Wausau Bulldogs. Again, Wausau head coached by Tom Magnuson, assisted by Adam Kramer and John Albee. Stevens Point on the other side of the coin, head coached by Bobby Opiola, assisted by Brian and Brendan Klisch here. So Jesse Osnes will lead things off here for Wausau. We are underway, 7:50 here on Tuesday, June 18th. Kate and Adam working here to start things off for the Sixers. Adams offering hit down the line, smashed, and that will be a foul ball. Tony Eiffeldano over in the on-deck area for Wausau. Adam working here from the stretch on the 0-1 offering is swung on and missed. Count quickly now, 0-2 here to Osnes. Dan Lau here on the production here, along with Brandon Berncott on the call tonight here. Warm, humid night here at Buchholz Park. Smashed foul down the third base line. Count will remain 0-2 here to Osnes. We saw Adam last, I believe, Wednesday out here. He got the victory over Marshfield. And a called strike 3 for out number 1, and that is the first Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here tonight for Kate and Adam. Called Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So 1 out now for Tony Eiffeldano. Tony Eiffeldano, the second baseman here for Wausau. Of course, Caden, like we mentioned, was the winning pitcher last Wednesday. His last start here for the Sixers. He was our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player after that performance hosting Marshfield. So the 1-0 count. Hit out of play, foul. Count now goes to 1-1 to Tony Eiffeldano. Wausau will be back in action Saturday, a doubleheader. They'll host Toma, first game at noon. And they'll be at Appleton for a doubleheader on Sunday starting at noon, 12 noon. Ball misses down and low, so 2-1 now here to Eiffeldano. And that ball hit down the third base line. Opiola gloves it, going to make a throw. And not going to be in time, but a good play there nonetheless to keep the ball. That's going to be a tough play, and I believe that'll be scored probably score that a hit. Don't know why it wouldn't be. It was a tough play. So Eiffeldano Board now at first. And the wind's picking up here just a little bit here out at Leo Cub-Manchesky Field. Ball misses high and in now, so a 1-0. Caden Worth here. Caden, the center fielder tonight for Wausau. Adam checking back over on Ifoldano. And a strike called here now to Caden Worth. Count now goes to 1-1 now. Adam working out of the stretch here. 1-1 offering, checking back over on Ifoldano over there. Back to Noah Marschke. One's across the board. 1-1 count. One out here. Ball hit foul now down near the Wausau post 10 dugout there. So count goes now to 1-2 now to Worth. And that is Dylan Dobrats over in the on-deck area here for Wausau. Adams 1-2 offering. That will miss. Count even now at 2-2. Oldano back in there. Adam checking on Tony there. So 2-2 count coming up here now from Adam. He'll step off momentarily. And quick time here called by our umpiring staff. So a 2-2 count coming up here from Adam to Worth. 2-2 offering on the way. A called third strike for out number 2. The second serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here tonight for Caden Adam. Call Jamie Wenzel at serve pro for the number 1 choice. And cleanup and restoration. 2 outs now here for Dylan Dobrats, the left fielder tonight. With Tony Ifoldano over at first. Adam checking over on him again. Ball misses just out, I believe, now. So 1-0 here to Dobrats. Jackson Albee in the on-deck circle here should Dylan reach here for Wausau. Adam here, the 2 Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts early goings, top half inning number 1. And he will check on it and he will say he went. So 1-1 now. So 1-1 coming up here from Adam. Adam will step off here. And Dobrats will be hit by a pitch there. So Ifoldano will advance to second. And that'll bring up Jackson Albee here with 2 outs. Albee, the first baseman here tonight for Wausau. Couple runners on with Ifoldano out at second and Dobrats over at first. Adam working from the stretch, the pitch. Ball misses down low now, so 1-0 the count. Oliver Taraski, the on-deck hitter for Wausau, should Albee reach here for Wausau. That ball hit out of play, foul. count now 1-1 here to Albee. One offering on the way, hit on the ground to short. That's Garth over there that gobbled up for out number 3. Albee retired here on the 4-3 for out number 3. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We are through 1/2 inning complete here out at Buchholz Park, Leo Cub-Manchesky Field to be exact. Bottom half inning number 1 coming up here. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here in Stevens Point on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
All right, back out here for bottom half inning number 1. One of our mini game day sponsors tonight, in Felt's Dairy. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. That's Felt's Dairy Store. Food, family, and fun. Also brought to you today in part by S.C. Swiderski. An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play. All throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to S.C. Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. So Jacob Garth here will lead things off here for the Sixers, followed by Kelvin Roth, Noah Marshke, Peyton Flees, Coy Karlunas, Zach Richter, Kyle Madlina, Matthew Ostrowski, and Josh Opiola here for the Sixers. And Jake Bartles gets the start out on the hill here for Wausau. On a pretty humid, hot type summer night, although technically not even really summer yet. 3 more days until that if you're keeping score of that at home, but it sure feels like it is. Certainly has the feel from a lot of different angles of being smack dab in summer here. And a good night out here for some Legion baseball out at Buchholz Park. Leo Cub-Manchesky here in Stevens Point. Jacob Garth will lead things off here for the Sixers. Bottom half inning number 1 here. Garth gets the start tonight out at second. We saw a little bit of him at short over the weekend. Certainly a versatile, speedy leadoff hitter here for the Sixers. And Bartles misses inside now, so 1-0 to Garth. Kelvin Roth, the on-deck hitter for the Sixers. Ball batted foul into the fencing here. Well, the called strike 2, so now 1-2 here. The second ball in there from Bartles. And that ball going to be hit back foul here, so Garth staying alive here. Oh, the 1-2 offering on the way from Bartles. And I will say he held his swing, so count now 2-2 here. The 2-2 offering here from Bartles. Ball misses outside, so count now goes to full here for Garth. And Garth with a pretty nice at-bat there, patient at-bat. And he will be rewarded base on ball here. And Kelvin Roth coming up here. Kelvin was our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player last Tuesday. Stevens Point here hosting the Merrill Legion exactly 1 week ago here. That was their season opening game. Bartles working out of the stretch here. Runner going, and Garth will be in there with a stolen base. A runner in scoring position now here for the Sixers. So an 0-1 count coming up here to Roth. Noah Marschke, the on-deck hitter here for Stevens Point. Nobody out here. Jacob Garth out at second. Bartles 0-1 offering on the way is hit on the ground. The play will be made. 6-3, that's Jesse Osnes over there. The 6-3 ground out over to Jackson Albee for out number 1 to retire Kelvin Roth. So Noah Marschke now with 1 out, and Jacob Garth just 90 feet away here for the Sixers. And a called strike here to Marschke, so 0-1 now here. Peyton Flees, the on-deck hitter, hitting tonight in the cleanup spot for the Sixers. All misses down a little bit here, so 1-1 now. Ball ripped over to second. That'll be off the glove, and we'll see if he can. Play is made, but a run will score, so Garth comes across for the first run here.
Now batting center fielder number 3, Peyton Fleece.
And that'll bring up center fielder here tonight, Peyton Fleece. So Stevens Point on the board first here now. Bottom half inning, number 1. Fleece fouls that down the near Coach Magnuson over there. In the third base dugout here for Wausau. So an 0-1 count now to Fleece. And Fleece will hit that back to Bartles, and 1-3 for out number 3. So 1 here is in the books. A run does come across here. No hits, no errors. Stevens Point up 1-0. We move to inning number 2 here. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, back out here for top half inning number 2 here.
Now batting right fielder number 28, Oliver Tarasi.
And Oliver Tarosky coming up here. Adam working out of the stretch here. The pitch. That'll be driven out of play, foul. So an 0-1 count now here to Tarosky. Adam here from the stretch. So one offering here, swung on and missed for strike number 2 now to Tarosky. Count quick. quickly 0-2 now here. And a swing and a miss for out number 1 here, and that's the third Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here tonight for Caden Adam. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So 3 Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts now here for Caden Adam, and Ryan Rodemeyer here, the catcher here for Wausau. 1 out here, top half inning number 1, and a called strike here to Ryan Rodemeyer. And that ball just missed. So a 1-1 count here to Rodemeyer. Brennan Fictum over in the on-deck area here for Wausau. Of course, Wausau post 10, the Bulldogs here. And an off-speed pitch there. Nice pitch by Adam to move the count here now to 1-2. Adams 1-2 offering on the way as this is down and perhaps out here. So count goes even now, 2-2. And that ball going to be hit foul down the third base side over there. Count remains 2-2 now. 2-2 count here with 1 out. And that ball hit. That'll be a base hit for Rodemeyer now. So he'll be aboard with 1 out for Brennan Fictum. Fictum, the designated hitter tonight for Wausau post 10. And Zach Poggle, the on-deck hitter here for Wausau post 10, will have a pinch runner. Install the courtesy runner over at first for Rodemeyer. So Adam working here with 1 out, top half inning number 2. He'll take a check over on Stahl there. And a called strike here, so count now goes to 0-1. To number 5 designated hitter Brennan Fictum. And the runner going here, and he will be in for the stolen base. Ian Stahl down to second. And the 0-2 count here to Fictum. Breaking ball just missed, so 1-2 now. Lead runner on second and Stahl there. Pretty decent size lead over at second. Off-speed pitch just missed now, so count goes even, 2-2 now to Fictum. Wind starting to pick up here. The trade winds here on Buchholz Avenue, we'll call them. Hit over to Garth, pretty tough hop there. Garth, no problem for out number 2. Ian Stahl will advance over to third. So Fictum retired by way of the 4-3 ground out over to Jacob Garth. 2 outs now for third baseman Zach Poggle. Zach's first plate appearance here tonight, the number 9 hitter here for Wausau. With Ian Stahl just 90 feet away over for Wausau. Ball skips away in the dirt. Run coming in, and that will be the first run for Wausau. So Stahl coming in on the wild pitch from Adam. And the count now goes to 1-0. Ball hit over to Calvin Roth at short, stays with it. And a good play. So Calvin Roth, way to stay with it. Good play there by Noah Marschke, the 6-3 putout for out number 3 here. 1 hit, 1 run, no errors. We move to the bottom half of inning number 2 here. Stevens Point coming up. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Hands down pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and spices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
All right, back out here for bottom half inning 2. Does your roof need attention? We'll call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. If you have recent hail damage to your home or business, Seamless Commercial Roofing is your hail damage expert, and their workmanship is always guaranteed. Call them today for a free estimate. That's Seamless Commercial Roofing. Call 715-204-8103. And Carlunas grounds over to third, and 5-3 put out here to retire Coy Carlunas for out number 1. Jack Bartles out for his second inning of work. That was Zach Poggle over there making the play for out number 1, and Zach Richter now here, the right fielder. And a called strike here now to Zach, so 0-1. Kyle Madlina, the on-deck hitter here for the Sixers. That ball hit pretty well, but it's going to get out of play foul, and it'll find its way into the bullpen over there. Buchel 325 down the lines, 375 to straightaway center. The 0-1 count. The 0-2 count, I beg your pardon, coming up to Richter here. And he will foul that here. Stays 0-2 now. So again, 375 out to center, 325 down the lines here. Ball misses out and low, so count now 1-2 to Richter. Ball hit pretty sharp over to Poggle at third. He'll glove it. He'll field it, and the 5-3 put out to retire Zach Richter for out number 2. And that'll bring up left fielder, right-handed hitting Kyle Madlina here. So 2 outs now here for Bartles. Fastball misses inside, so a 1-0 count now here to Madlina. And a called strike, so 1-1 now. And that hit into the hole, a base hit for Kyle Madlina. So he will be aboard here with 2 outs, and that'll bring up catcher Matthew Ostrowski here. Saw Ostrowski here now, the catcher here tonight. Bartles checking over on Madlina there at first. Bartles fastball in there for strike one now here to Ostrowski. Bartles set the pitch, hit pretty well, and that'll be a base hit for Ostrowski here. So a couple 2-out hits here for Madlina and Ostrowski here.
Now then, third baseman, number 23, Josh Obiola.
Josh Opiola coming up here. Of course, Josh, the Bryant and Stratton product here, played his first year of college baseball down at Bryant and Stratton. We saw him on Friday night, pitched a great game against Marshfield, the complete game shutout. Josh looks at ball one now here. So 1-0 now to Opiola, and Jacob Garth, the on-deck hitter here for Stevens Point. Will get a pinch runner and Braden Marshke over there. He'll be in on relief of the catcher and Ostrowski here. 2 outs now, the 1-0 count coming up here to Opiola. Opiola showing bunt, and that will be bunted foul. So like we said, a couple of 2-out singles here. Started off with Kyle Madlina and Matthew Ostrowski. All tied up here at 1 apiece. Bottom half inning, number 2, 2 outs. The 1-1 count coming up here from Jack Bartles. Pitch misses inside now, so 2-1. And Opiola looks at strike 2, so count goes even now at 2-2. Well, the 2-2 count hit pretty well by Opiola. That will get down for a hit. And Opiola will drive in a run here as Kyle Madlina scores. And an RBI for Josh Opiola, and the third consecutive hit here for the Sixers. And Braden Marshke moves over to third. And that'll bring up Jacob Garth. He walked and scored a run and had a stolen base back in inning number 1, just 1 inning to go here. He works with 2 outs here, represents the top of the order here for the Sixers. Bartles checking back on Opiola over at first. He will retreat in there safely. Runners at the corner now here for Garth. Bartles misses outside now, so 1-0. Ball misses high, so count now moves to 2-0 here now to Jacob Garth. And a called strike to Garth, so count moves to 2-1 now. Bartles set from the stretch here. The pitch misses down and low, down and outside, I should say. So 3-1 hitters count coming up now to Garth. Lights coming on here out at Buchholz Park. Bartles checks over on Opiola. He'll be back in there. We're at 1. That ball hit in the air, and that will be the third out. So the F7 to retire Jacob Garth here for out number 3. Sixers do get a run on 3 hits, no errors. We are through 2 innings complete here. We move to the top half, inning number 3. Stevens Point out front here, 2-1. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Hello, Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Felt's Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
All right, back out here. One of our many game day sponsors here today, Rocky Rococo's. Rocky Rococo's pan-style pizza and pasta is a Stevens Point favorite for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Always supporting local and always an easy and affordable choice for your next family night out, fast food on the go, or even your next catering for a party or work function. Enjoy Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point. Adam out here for his 3rd inning of work here, and leading things off here for Wausau will be Jesse Osnes here. Jesse 0 for 1 here tonight. Pitch misses down, so 1-1 now here to Osnes with Tony Eifeldano over in the on-deck area for Wausau post 10. Ball hit out of play, foul. That'll get near the hitting cages here, batting cages here. So 1-2 coming up now to Osnes. Top half inning number 3. Stevens Point out front here, 2-1. Adams offering that'll be hit in the air. That's going to stay in play just along the fence there in the foul territory. So the count remains 1-2 now here to Osnes. Off-speed pitch misses high now, so even 2-2 now to Osnes. Fastball hit out of play, foul, so count remains 2-2. Adam working out of the stretch here. All misses out, so count now goes full. Defensively, Noah Marshke over at first. Jacob Garth over at second. Calvin Roth at short. And Josh Opiola over at third here for the infield. Ostrowski doing the catching here tonight. Zach Richter out in right. Peyton Fleas out in center, and Kyle Madlina out in left. Full count offering, hit sharp over to Opiola. He'll field it, and he will retire Osnes for out number 1. The 5-3 ground out here for Osnes. Mopiola to Marshke for out number 1, and Tony Eifeldano coming up here. Tony has 1 for 1 here tonight. He had a single back over in inning number 1 here for Wausau post 10. So 1 out, nobody out here. Caden Adam out here for inning number 3. And that pitch missed, so 1-0 now here to Eifeldano. Again, Tony 1 for 1 here tonight. Breaking ball misses, so count now moves to 2-0 here. Ball hit, that'll be a base hit for Eifeldano, so he has 2 hits here tonight for Wausau. And I'll bring up Caden Worth. Caden 0 for 1 here tonight. Struck out looking back in inning number 1 for Wausau post 10. So Eifeldano over at first for the Wausau Bulldogs, and pitch misses down. So 1-0 here now to Caden Worth. Ball going to be fouled off there, so count moves to 1-1. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. That's Next Step Prosthetics. So 1-1 now coming up here to Caden Worth. Adam checks back on over at first to Eifeldano, getting back in there safely. One offering on the way, and a called strike 2. Good pitch there by Caden Adam to move the count now to 1-2. Runner going, and that ball will be out of play, foul, so the count remains 1-2, and Eifeldano will jog back over to first here. Center fielder Caden Worth. Dylan Dobrot's the on-deck hitter here for Wausau. And 1-2 offering on the way, and that's going to be fouled. So count will remain 1-2. May have gotten a piece of Worth on the way down, possibly. Looks to be okay, but certainly might feel it a little bit. And 1-2 now here coming up from Caden Adam. Eifeldano down, and the throw will not be in time. Eifeldano will be board. A pretty nice throw, though. Really close play down there. Eifeldano will be in with the stolen base. And the count now 2-2 here to Worth with 1 out. And Tony Eifeldano in scoring position down at second. 2-2 offering on the way, and that'll be hit sharply in the hole. That'll be a base hit. Coach Magnuson sending him in. He will stay put. And Worth with a base hit. Ifaldano, maybe he wasn't sending, I'm not sure. Hard to tell, but in any event, runners here at first and third, one out for Dylan Dobrats. Dylan hit by a pitch back in inning number 1 here. Runners at the corner with Ifaldano at third and Worth over at first. Adam working from the stretch, the pitch. This is downstairs, so 1-0 now, down and out. Adams' 1-0 offering is fouled into the fencing here, so count goes to 1-1. Jackson Albee there to retrieve that foul ball for Wausau. Oh, the 1-1 count coming up here from Adam from the stretch. Pitch. Runner on his way to second. And Worth will be aboard with a stolen base now, so a couple runners in scoring position here. And a 2-1 count to Dylan Dobrats. And a called strike. So 2-2 count now here. So the 2-2 offering from Caden Adam coming up here. Fastball misses down, so count now goes full. Stevens Point out front here. We are in the top half of inning number 3, the full count offering. And that pitch misses, so a base on ball now here to load the thing. Bases up here. And this is Jackson Albee. He is 0 for 1, grounded to second base in his first at-bat back over in inning number 1 here, working here with 1 out. So Adams fastball down low, 1-0 now here to Albee. Nowhere to put the 5th hitting Jackson Albee here with bases loaded. It's the 1 out here. That ball going to be hit out of play. Oh, a 1-1 count coming up here now from Caden Adam. Ball misses outside, so 2-1 now here to Albee. That ball hit in the air, and Garth will field it over at second. For out number 2 here to retire Jackson Albee. And Oliver Tarosky now 0 for 1 tonight with bases loaded with Ifaldano down at third, Worth down at second, and Dobrats over at first. Caden Adam working here with 2 outs. And Tarosky here, the hitter. And a called strike to Tarosky. Coach Magnuson over at third. Adam. And that'll be hit over to Garth at second, and he will put a glove on it and retire Oliver Tarosky for out number 3. Wausau does come up with a couple of hits, however, no errors, no runs, no errors, couple hits. We move to the bottom half of inning number 3. Stevens Point out front. Coming up here in bottom half inning 3, you are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
All right, back out here. Bottom half inning 3 coming up here. Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. Also brought to you today in part by Shuda Funeral Home. Shuda Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. That's Shuda Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover. So Kelvin Roth to lead things off here for the Sixers. Bottom half inning 3. Bartles out for his 3rd inning of work. And a called strike here to Kelvin Roth. Kelvin 0 for 1, grounded to short, back over in inning number 1 here for the Sixers. Bartles offering that hit in the hole. That'll be a hit for Roth, so Roth aboard here. And that'll bring up Noah Marshke here. Noah 0 for 1 here tonight. Grounded out to second, the 4-3. So he has Kelvin Roth aboard here. Bartles. Oh, 1-0 count here coming up to Noah Marshke. And the runner going, and Calvin Roth will be in. No throw from Roth down to second for a stolen base here tonight. And a 2-0 count coming up here to Noah Marshke. Ball fouled into the fence here, so a 2-1 count coming up to Noah Marshke. Breaking ball misses outside, so count now goes to hitter's count of 3-1 here now to Noah Marshke with Peyton Flees waiting on deck here, nobody out. Roth out at second. 3-1 offering hit pretty well by Marshke. That's going to be caught, but a runner advances over to third, so Roth over to third. Noah hit that pretty well, but he will get the job done in terms of moving Roth over to second. So 1 out now here for Peyton Flees. Peyton 0 for 1 here tonight. And Bartles misses high, so 1-0 now here to Flees. Coy Carlunas, the on-deck hitter here for Stevens Point. Bartles 1-0 offering a called strike, so 1-1 now here. And a called strike too, so Fleas now down 1-2 here from Bartles. With Kelvin Roth over at third. And Fleas will strike out swinging for out number 2. Pretty nice pitch there by Bartles. And Coy Carlunas, he's 0 for 1 here tonight. He grounded to third back in his first at-bat over in inning number 2. Bartles set, and the pitch will miss outside, so a 1-0 count now to Carlunas. And Zach Richter, the on-deck hitter here for Stevens Point. Ball misses high, looks like, so 2-0 count now here to Carlunas. Ball hit over to third. Play going to 1, and the 5-3 putout will retire Coy Carlunas for out number 3. 3 innings in the books here, 1 hit, no runs, no errors. Stevens Point out front 2-1. We head to the top half of inning number 4 here. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here out at Buchholz Park, between the Stevens Point Sixers and Wausau Post 10 Bulldogs. Back here in a moment on Zaleski Sports.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals.
Troy Madlena out here at the ballpark. Good to see. Troy, along with so many others, certainly, but walking right past us, had to give him a little props there. And a 1-0 offering from Adam misses down, though. So 2-0 now here to Fictum. And Zach Poggle, the on-deck hitter for Wausau. Ian Stowell, the pinch runner over at first, with a decent lead, and he is going. He will be down for a stolen base. A runner now at second. That's Ian Stowell down there at second. And a 2-1 count here to Fictum. Number 1 here in Jesse Osnes. Jesse 0 for 2 here tonight. Grounded, and he hits. He will couple hits, a run scores. Things knotted up here at 2 apiece. We move to the bottom half of inning number 4 here. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
You're gonna love home furniture. Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan. Give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, back on here, bottom half inning number 4 coming up here with Dan Lau tonight on the production for Zaleski Sports. Brandon Baroncott calling this one out here from beautiful Leo Cub-Manchesky Field out at Buchholz Park here in Stevens Point. One of our many game day sponsors tonight, Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft, is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. So Bartles out for his 4th inning of work here for Wausau post 10. And the off-speed pitch in there for a called strike 1 here to Zach Richter. Zach 0 for 1 tonight, grounded to third, his first at-bat back over in inning number 2. Well, the 1-1 offering here from Bartles is lifted in. Kyle now 2 for Ostrowski, the catcher here. He has a base hit at a single back over in inning number 2, so 1 for 1 here tonight, the Roshold product. And Bartles checking over on Madlina over there at first. Pitch misses inside to Ostrowski, so a 1-0 count now to Matthew. Jack Bartles. Bartles pitch and the snap throw back down to 1. A pretty nice throw, but Madlina will be back in there. Well, the 2-0 count coming up here now to Ostrowski. So the 2-0 offering on the way here from Bartles. Ball going to be hit. We'll see if that will just get out of play. Good effort there by the first baseman, and Jackson Albee almost nearly had it. But he did not, so it's a 2-1 count now here to Ostrowski. With Josh Opiola over and on deck area here for Stevens Point. 2-1 offering on the way here is a called strike 2. Even 2-2 count now here coming up to Ostrowski. Bartles steps off for one moment here. Off-speed pitch just missed, so count now going full here to Ostrowski. And that's going to be hit off inner part of the bat here. So count remains full now here to Matt Ostrowski. Again, Matt 1 for 1 here tonight with a single. And a called strike 3 for out number 2. And that'll bring up Josh Opiola here. Josh is 1 for 1 here tonight with a single. He singled back in inning number 2. And he looks at strike 1 here from Jack Bartles. The fastball down the middle here, so 0-1 now. And that ball lifted out into, that's going to be just along the first base foul line territory. And Opiola will be retired for out number 3. And we are through 4 innings complete. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We move to the top half of inning number 5 here. Stevens Point and Wausau knotted up here at 2 apiece. Inning number 5 coming up here. You have been listening to and watching Legion Baseball here tonight out at Stevens Point Buchholz Park on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
All right, back here for the 5th inning here tonight, and leading things off here in inning number 5 for Wausau is Caden Worth here. Caden 1 for 2 tonight here. Caden had a single and a stolen base back in inning number 3. And Caden Adam out, the right-hander out for his 5th inning of work here. He misses high and in here now, so 1-0 now to Worth. Adam steps off here momentarily. Little Scholars Child Care. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful child care and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early child learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. So nobody out here. 1-0 count coming up to Caden Worth. And fastball misses down, so 2-0 now here to Worth. And Caden 1 for 2 tonight here. Ball misses in here now. A 3-0 count coming up to Caden Worth. Dylan Dobratz, the on-deck hitter for Wausau currently. And a called strike, so 3-1 hitters count coming up now to Caden Worth. And the 3-1 pitch. And that will be ball 4. And Dylan Dobratz, who was walked back in inning 3 and was hit by a pitch back in inning number 1 here, with Caden Worth out at first. Adams set the pitch and a called strike. The fastball into Dobratz for strike 1 here. And the runner going, and pitch will be lifted out of play, foul. So count moves to 1-1 now here to, beg your pardon, 0-2 now to Dobratz. Well, the 0-2 count coming up here to Dobratz. With Worth over at first. Adam checking on him. The off-speed pitch misses in now, so 1-2 now to Dobratz. And a runner going, a strike three, swinging, throw down to second. And Worth will be in for a stolen base. Let the first out here, and that's another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Caden Adam. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. 1 out now here for Jackson Albee. Jackson 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded to second his first at-bat. Flew out to second his second at-bat. Worth down at second. Adams pitched. Hit. It's going to be caught up in the grass. It'll be a tough play. And a run will score, so Caden Worth Dobrats will be out at, or he'll be down at second, I should say. I beg your pardon, Albee will be down at second. That ball hit in the grass, and the grass just pretty much ate that one up. It was going to be a tough play, so a base hit. And Wausau now on front 3-2 with Albee down at second. Ball hit out to Peyton Flees in center. He'll make the play on it for out number 2. And that'll retire Oliver Tarosky for out number 2 on the F8 here. And Albee will stay put over at second. And Ryan Rodemeyer coming up here. He is 2 for 2 here tonight. Ryan is. Couple singles. Singled back in inning 2 as well as inning number 4 here. He has 2 outs here. With Albee down at second. And a called strike. So strike 1 now to Rodemeyer. And a called strike 2. Good mix of pitches there by Caden. Quickly 0-2 now here to Rodemeyer. 2 outs with Albee down at second. Adams 0-2 offering, swung on and missed for strike number 3. That is out number 3, and that is another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Caden Adam. Called Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Bottom half, inning 5 coming up here. Wausau now out front 3-2. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
You want a job? You want a career? Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point is hiring. Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point needs laborers, truck drivers, and equipment operators now. Enjoy year-round benefits by calling Farner Asphalt 800-332-3360 to apply, or go to Farner Asphalt. Farner Asphalt is an equal opportunity employer including disability and veterans.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, back out here, bottom half, inning 5 coming up here. Jacob Garth will lead things off here for the Sixers. Calvin Roth, Noah Marshke to follow. So Garth 0 for 1 tonight here. Did walk, however, back in inning 1 and stole a base and scored a run in that inning. And he will lift that ball out to center for out number 1. He'll be retired on the F8 here. That's Caden Worth to retire Jacob Garth for out number 1. And Kelvin Roth, who had a base hit back in inning 3. Here he is 1 for 2 tonight. Bartles in there for strike 1. Again, Bartles Garth, I beg your pardon, Kelvin Roth will be aboard here, hit by a pitch.
Number 34 is Noah Marshke.
And that'll bring up Noah Marshke here. Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun on the water. Check out their huge selection of kayaks, water towables, fishing gear, and more. Shop in store at a store near you or online at fleetfarm.com. So Noah Marshke coming up here with 1 out. And Kelvin Roth aboard over at first. Bottom half inning 5. Jack Bartles working out of the stretch. And a strike 1 called here to Marshke. Bartles checking over on Roth at first. Jackson Albee over there playing first for Wausau. That pitch misses down and in the dirt, and that'll get away from Rodemeyer there. So Roth ends up at second now. And a 1-1 count coming up here to Marshke. Marshke putting a bunt down. That'll be bunted foul. So count will go to 1-2 now to Marshke. So Wausau out front here by a run, 3-2. Bottom half of inning number 5 here. Bartles' pitch misses down low, so count moves to 2-2 now here to Noah Marshke. And that pitch misses outside, so count moves to full now here to Noah Marshke. And that pitch misses inside, so Marshke will be aboard with a base on ball here. 1 out here now for Peyton Flees. Peyton, the center fielder here tonight. He'll go say a couple words possibly here with Coach Opiola. Wood Street Rentals. No matter the job big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done. Offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site, look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point. Peyton Flees now here with a couple runners on. Pitch misses inside here to Peyton. Roth out at second and Marshke over at first. And Flees will fly out there for out number 2. And Coy Carlunas 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of ground outs to third. 2 outs now here for Coy. With Roth out at second and Marshke at first still here. Stevens Point trails by a run here. Bottom half inning 5. Bartles' pitch on the way just missed. So 1-0 now here to Carlunas. Breaking ball in there for called strike one now. Bartle's pitch misses, so 2-1 now. And pitch misses outside, so a hitter's count 3-1 now here to Coy Carlunas. That ball going to be lifted out of play and foul, so a full count coming up now. Double for Osnes, a 2-out double. And that'll bring up Tony Eiffeldano here. Tony, a couple hits tonight. 2 for 3 on the evening for Tony. Couple of stolen bases as well. Runner out at second now. Pitch misses down though. Another 1-0 offering here from Adam. Going to be chopped foul. And looks like we'll get a few words here from Coach Opiola. We'll stay right here unless there's a change. I don't know that there will be, but if there is, we'll take a commercial break. Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at culliganh2o.com. Want to give thanks today to our game day sponsors and Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. So Coach Opiola out to say a few words here to right-hander Caden Adam. He works here with 2 outs. Jesse Osnes out at second. And a 1-1 count coming up here to Tony Eiffeldano. Again, Tony 2 for 3 tonight. And Caden Worth, the on-deck hitter for Wausau. A 1-1 count now from Adam. And that pitch misses, so a 2-1 count coming up now to Eiffeldano. That ball going to be lifted out of play and foul here, so count goes even now at 2-2. So 2-2 coming up here to Tony. And that'll be hit down the line foul. Count remains 2-2 now. So Adam, 2-2 offering. He'll take a check back on Osnes out at second. Adams 2-2 pitch on the way here. Stretch the pitch. Misses down, so full count now here to Tony Iafaldano. Well, the full count on the way here. Ball driven out to center. Fleas coming in on it. Actually, that's Garth going out on it. He'll make the play. And that'll be out number 3. And top half, inning 6 complete. We'll move to the bottom half, inning number 6 here. No runs, no hits. No, actually, I beg your pardon, 1 hit, the double by Jesse Osnes, so a hit, no runs, no errors. We move to the bottom half of inning number 6 here. Wausau out front 3-2. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
All right, we are back out here for the bottom half of inning number 6. Zach Richter will lead things off here tonight. Zach is 0 for 2 tonight. He flew out to center field his last at-bat and grounded to third back in inning number 2 here. And Jack Bartles will be on for his 6th inning of work here. And Kyle Madlena, the on-deck hitter. Richter offering, and that'll be strike 1 here on the bunt. Bartles 0-1 offering, and that'll be hit over to Bartles. Bartles will put a glove on and he'll field it for first out, the 1-3 to retire Zach Richter for out number 1. And that'll bring up left fielder Kyle Madlena here. Kyle, 2 hits tonight, couple of singles and a run scored, so 2 for 2 here tonight for Kyle, a left fielder here. Ball misses, so 1-0 now here to Kyle. Pitch misses out, so 2-0 now. And a called strike here. So 2-1 now to Madlena. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. So 2-2 coming up here now. And ball misses inside, so a full count coming up here now to Madlena. And that'll bring up Matthew Ostrowski. Matthew 1 for 2 here tonight. Working here with 2 outs. Bottom half of inning number 6 here. Stevens Point trails by 1, 3-2. Bartles' pitch misses outside, 4-1. And Josh Opiola, the on-deck hitter for the Sixers here. Bartles 1-0 offering here to Ostrowski, misses in, so 2-0 now. Well, the 2-0 offering is called strike one, the fastball. 2-1 now. And ball misses here, so a hitter's count 3-1 here coming up to Matthew Ostrowski. And Ostrowski, a good at bat there to battle, and he'll be aboard with the base on ball now with 2 outs. And Josh Opiola coming up here. Josh is 1 for 2 tonight. And the courtesy runner there, and for Ostrowski coming in here, and that's Braden Marschke to courtesy run for catcher Matthew Ostrowski here with 2 outs. And Opiola here. Ball misses, so 1-0 now here to Opiola. Bartles checking over at first on Braden Marschke, the pinch hitter. The 1-0 count here to Opiola, a called strike. So 1-1 now here. And that ball hit in the hole for a base hit. That'll be a second hit for Opiola tonight. Braden Marschke heading to third. And he will be in at third. So Opiola with a second hit tonight here. Nice job, Josh. And Braden Marschke over to third here. Runners at the corner, top of the order, and Jacob Garth coming up here. Jacob 0 for 2 tonight with a walk and a stolen base and a run scored. Runners are at the corner now. Bartles working with 2 outs here. Up by 1 here is Wausau thus far. Both pitchers have pitched very well in terms of efficiency, production, and all things therein. Bartles misses, so 1-0 now to Garth. Calvin Roth, the on-deck hitter for the Sixers. And Bartles will check back on Opiola there at first. And that pitch misses outside, so a 2-0 count now here coming up to Garth. Runners at the corner now with 2 outs. And Opiola and Braden Marschke will be caught over at third. He'll be out. That'll be the third out here. Got caught in a bit of a rundown there, but 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We are through 6 innings complete here. Wausau out front 3-2. 7th inning coming up here. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
All right, back out here for the top half of inning number 7 coming up here. That looks to be Josh Opiola coming in relief here for the Sixers. Sixers trail by a run here. I give thanks to our game day sponsors today in Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Also want to give thanks here to Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So Caden Worth will lead things off here for Wausau. They have the one-run advantage here. Still a whole inning yet to play. And right-hander Josh Opiola out on the hill in relief of Caden Adam. Caden went 6 innings. Yielded, I believe, 9 hits by my count here, the 3 runs. Had 6 strikeouts and a couple of walks. So pretty nice night for Caden Adam. But a lot of baseball yet here. The 7th inning coming up here. And 3, 4, and 5 hitters here for Wausau with Worth, Dobrats, and Albee coming up here for Wausau. And Caden Worth. Caden is 1 for 2 tonight. He had a single and a stolen base back in inning number 3. Had a walk, stolen base, and a run scored back over in inning number 5. So his 4th plate appearance coming up here for Wausau. Opiola, of course, we saw towards the end of last week over in Rapids against Marshfield. So first pitch is going to hit Caden Worth, the hit by pitch. And that'll bring up Dylan Dobrats here. Dylan hit by pitch, walked, and had a single. 1 for 1 tonight for Dylan. Top half inning number 7. Stevens Point, obviously, as the home team, will certainly have last wraps here to try to come back here. Opiola's first offering is fouled back here, so 0-1 now here to Dobrats. Opiola working from the stretch. And bunt showed. Opiola will field it. He'll go to 1 with a 1-3. That'll get Worth over to second, though. 1 out now here for Jackson Albee. Jackson 1 for 3 tonight. Had his base hit back in inning 5. So he comes up here with 1 out. And Worth out at second with an intermediate type lead for Wausau. Ball going to be hit out of play, foul. Opiola quickly up 0-1 now here. And that ball fouled back. So the count goes to 0-2 now here to Albee. Opiola working from the stretch with his 0-2 offering here with Worth down at second. Ball hit on the ground, and that's fouled off. So count will remain 0-2 now here. Obviously, Worth will retreat back over to second. So 0-2 here now to Albee. Obiola's 0-2 offering. That's going to be driven out to center. That'll be in for a base hit. Throw coming into home. That's going to be a good throw, and they will get the out at home. So a nice throw there by Peyton Flees for the second out, preserving that run from scoring. And that'll bring up Oliver Tarasi here. Oliver Tarasi here is 0 for 3 here tonight. Runner at second with Albee there, who obviously had the hit and the good defensive sequence for the Sixers. Peyton Flees started that with a nice throw, and Ostrowski, the catcher, stayed with it to preserve that fourth run from scoring, keeping this a one-run ball game now. So 1-0 now here to Tarasi. Albee down to third here, so Obiola's 1-0 offering. A called strike to Tarasi. Obiola's 1-1 called strike 2. Josh working with 1-2 count here, 2 outs. Trying to keep this a 1-run deficit. Brief time called here. Obiola's 1-2 misses outside. Count goes now to 2-2. And a swing and a miss for out number 3, and a strikeout for Josh Obiola. And that is a Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout called. Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice and cleanup and restoration. 3-2 our score. Sixers coming up here. Last wraps there. Half of inning number 7. You have been listening to and watching Legion Baseball here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Hands down pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
All right, we are back for the bottom of inning number 7 here. And Bartles back on for his 7th inning of work here tonight. That's Jack Bartles. He too has pitched very well, would technically be in line for the win tonight should things remain on the same trajectory as they are, though a lot of baseball. 3 outs to go here, no doubt. And Wausau out front here, 3-2. In the top of the order here for the Sixers, and Jacob Garth coming up, followed by Kelvin Roth and Noah Marschke. So a 1-run deficit here. Stevens Point trying to claw back in this one here. It's been a pretty good baseball game in terms of pitching and defense, and both teams have hit the baseball, but pretty clean baseball in terms of, I'm not even sure there's been an error. There might have been 1 error total thus far between the two teams, and a called strike here now to Garth, so a 1-1 count. And the 9:44 train rolling through here in Stevens Point, right beyond the Wisconsin River. Called strike 2 here now to Garth. 1-2 here. And 1-2 offering coming up here. And that will be called strike number 3 for out number 1. And that will bring up Kelvin Roth here. Kelvin 1 for 2 tonight. He did walk, however, back in inning 5, so had the base hit and walk here and grounded to short. He looks at strike 1 now. So 0-1 now here to Roth. 1 out, bottom 7. And that'll be a base hit for Kelvin Roth. And Kelvin's second hit tonight. And that will bring up Noah Marschke here. 1 out here with Noah Marschke coming up. Peyton Flees, the on-deck hitter for Stevens Point. Bartles working out of the stretch here. The pitch going to be hit out of play, foul. Bartles checking over at Roth, over at first. His first baseman over there, and Jackson Albee. Bartles 0-1 offering here on the way. A off-speed pitch misses high now to Marschke. So 1-1 now here to Noah. And Marschke hits that over to second. Be a tough play, and he'll be safe over there. So Roth hustling down. He'll be safe. Marschke will reach on the E4 here now. So 1 out here now for Peyton Flees. Couple runners on. Peyton 0 for 3 here tonight. They'll be, Coach Magnuson will come and say a few words. Looks like perhaps there will be a change of pitchers here, and there he is. So Jackson Bartles will exit. He's pitched a really nice game. Would be in line for the victory if things would stay on this trajectory, although just 1 out here. We'll take a commercial pause. You are listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
You want a job? You want a career? Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point is hiring. Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point needs laborers, truck drivers, and equipment operators now. Enjoy year-round benefits by calling Farner Asphalt 800-332-3360 to apply, or go to Farner Asphalt. Farner Asphalt is an equal opportunity employer including disability and veterans.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, we are back out here for bottom half inning number 7. Pitching change made by Wausau. Jack Bartles 6 2/3 innings strong here for, and Brennan Fictum will come in here in relief here for Wausau. Brennan tonight, the designated hitter. The right-hander will come in here with 1 out with a couple runners, with Kelvin Roth out at second and Noah Marschke over at first. 1 out here. Stevens Point looking to try to maybe walk this thing off here out at Buchholz Park. A pretty nice night here for some Legion baseball action between the Wausau Post 10 Bulldogs and the Stevens Point Sixers here. Again, as we mentioned in our Auto Select pregame show, Wausau will be in action again on Saturday. They host Tacoma on a doubleheader, at least according to the schedule I have here anyways, assuming that is correct. And then they will be at Appleton for a doubleheader on Sunday, the 23rd. That one will start at 12 noon. Stevens Point, of course, hosting crosstown rival Plover, the Plover Black Sox. They'll be coming here into Buchholz Park tomorrow night. We'll have the call of that one. I believe Mike Wendlandt and I will be on that one, along with Katie Lechten, I believe. Subject to change in terms of personnel, but I believe that's the rotation. So one out here for Fleas. And Fleas hits that one down the third base line, foul. Peyton, the Pacelli product, we saw him over at State. Pacelli down at State against Aliva Strum exactly 1 week ago. Came up just short. Peyton had a blistering double in that one. I'm sure he'd like to do that again here right now. And he hits the ball into the gap. And that'll be a base hit for Fleas. The run coming home here. And Fleas with an RBI double to tie things up here for the Sixers. And Marschke moves to third. And Fleas with an RBI double now here. And Caden Adam here, he'll be pinch hitting here. Of course, we saw him out on the hill, and they'll intentionally walk Caden here. And that'll bring up Zach Richter here. Zach is 0 for 3 tonight. One out here, winning run just a mere 90 feet away here for Stevens Point. Nowhere to go here. And Richter swings and misses. So 0-1 now here to Zach Richter. Marschke out at third. Fleas with that double out at second, and Caden Adam intentionally walked over at first. And Fictum's 0-1 offering here. Misses inside. So 1-1 now here coming up to Richter. A walk just as good as a hit in this situation here. Although, if you surveyed a good majority of baseball players, I would guess a majority of them would say, certainly like to get a hit in a situation like this. But either way, 3-3 the score here. We're tied, 1-1 the count, one out here. 1-1 offering on the way here from Fictum. Infield creeping in here. And Adam will poke that one foul into the backstop here. So Fictum steps off for a moment here. 1-2 count coming up here to Richter. And Richter hits the ball into the gap. That'll be a game winner. Zach Richter walking it off here. Stevens Point coming from behind with a 4-3 victory here. Zach Richter with a walk-off single to win things here in the bottom of the seventh. That is a final out here from Buchholz Park here in Stevens Point. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Hopefully get a few words from Bobby Opiola. Figure out which player we'll talk to. Maybe Richter on that walk-off winner, not sure. But in any event, Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your fresh cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. A final out here, Stevens Point 4-3 over Wausau. We will be back here momentarily for our final Nasonville Dairy postgame show and wrap things up. You're listening to and watching Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm.
Back out here. Coach Bobby Opiola, you guys come out of here. You were down pretty much the whole game here. You guys claw back a good opponent here in Wausau. You get the victory here in the walk-off by Zach Richter. Talk a little bit about a game like tonight, though.
Yeah, these are the fun games to coach in. Nobody likes a blowout, so it was a little back and forth. We scored some runs, they scored some runs. We had some clutch hitting at times. We played good. One big mistake, I shouldn't say big mistake, one mistake. Cade not covering first base, and things unraveled for a couple minutes, a couple seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach, I think things can definitely turn good or bad in a baseball game. Of course, the 7 innings, I thought Caden pitched very well overall. You guys had some good timely hitting tonight. Pretty clean baseball, I would say, for the most part. You guys are back at it tomorrow. I think you guys host Plover out here, big crosstown rival. Hopefully lots of folks will get out for that one. Anything we can expect for a showdown tomorrow with Plover out here?
No, just a regular game. We're just going to come out, try our best. Hopefully it's another good game, and play good, solid defense and throw strikes.
Well, good deal, Coach Opio. Anything else before we let you get back to your group here?
No, I'm good.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Nice job. All right, we'll turn it now over to Zach Richter here. Zach had the walk-off game winner here for the Sixers. Zach, talk just a little bit about that spot. You had the bases loaded. You came in here. You got maybe down in the count a little bit here, but talk about an at-bat like that. What goes through your mind, and how did it go for you? Obviously, it went well, but...
in those scenarios, it's just you kind of let the mind go blank, You kind of just let the years of baseball experience just do it itself, and I got down in the count, 1-2. He thankfully gave me a very hittable pitch, and I just kind of lofted it into the outfield, and it was all I needed.
Yeah, Zach, certainly very timely in that spot with the bases loaded. You came through, you get the walk-off winner. You got another game tomorrow night. Anything else before tomorrow night? Anything, as you guys 3 in a row, I think, here at home?
Yeah. It's Plover. They're our crosstown rival. We look forward to those games every year, and we're going to be ready, that's for sure.
Well, good, Zach. That's good information. Great night tonight with that walk-off winner. I think you know the drill. We'll count you down. We'll say 3, 2, 1. You'll say your name, obviously, that you're in the house, and we'll let you be on your way. So we'll go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Zach Richter, and I'm in the house.
That is Zach Richter. Nice job there. Zach Richter, the Zaleski Sports Highlight House player tonight with a walk-off double to win the game here in the bottom half of inning number 7. Stevens Point again with a 4-3 victory tonight. They will be back home tomorrow night, where they'll be hosting, as we mentioned, crosstown rival Plover. And then they will be back here again Thursday night hosting Wisconsin Rapids. So 3 consecutive games here for the Sixers. Been a fun night, a good night for some baseball. Certainly a kind of a warm, muggy night. But either way, Stevens Point comes out of here with a 4-3 victory tonight. Dan Lau and the production up there doing a fabulous job as always. Brandon Barron-Cott on the call tonight. Have yourself a very good night. You have been listening to and watching Legion Baseball. Again, Stevens Point, 4-3 victory tonight over Wausau. Back at it tomorrow night. Zaleski will be back out here on the call for that. Have a good rest of your night.